How does your day start? Are you waking up like with the sun and all fully rested, and you're getting up and having a cup of coffee and sitting down to do a devotional or write in your journal? Or are you waking up to chaos? The alarm is blaring, kids are at your feet, animals are barking, dogs are barking. I guess not all animals bark, but are you waking up to a peaceful roll into your day, or are you just waking up to chaos and rushing out the door? That will make or break your day. The way that you begin your day sets the tone for how things roll throughout the day. And I'm going to share a little secret to be really consistent with a morning routine. And it's not so secret of a secret, but I'm going to share it with you today in case it's something you need to hear. Are you ready to stop the chaos, the stress, the overwhelm that's filling your life? I'm Renae Matt, and together you and I are going to build simple routines that are going to change your life. When you put these habits into practice, you're going to be able to organize your life in a way where you can be there for your family, pay off your debt, save money, your house can stay organized, you don't have to stress about what's for dinner, and you still get time for yourself. So without further ado, let's get started. Welcome to the Routine Advantage Podcast. My husband is outside shoveling right now, and I just realized that it's really loud outside the window. So hopefully you can't hear, but if you hear some random like scraping noises, that is what's happening. I've had several conversations recently about morning routines, and a lot of times what I'm hearing is that they want a morning routine, but it's hard to be consistent, or you have a morning routine set, you know what you want to do, but every morning it just doesn't work out, and you have to go into your day and you don't have time to get it all done, and you feel like you're failing or not being able to live up to what you're wanting to do. And it made me realize that when I talk about a morning routine, I'm not talking about this like set in stone structure of you have to do this for this amount of time, you have to do this for this amount of time every morning, no matter what. And I don't want you to think that that's what I'm referring to when I talk about a morning routine. So my not so secret, do not focus on perfection. It does not have to be perfect. And ideally, you actually will have multiple versions of your morning routine. So maybe you have a long version, and maybe you have a short version, or maybe you have like all hell's breaking loose and I have one priority to do something in the morning. That is what you want to focus on. Is you want to really think about, if I could only do one thing in the morning to set myself up, what am I doing? Is that just taking 30 seconds to close your eyes and say something you're thankful for? Is it having that cup of coffee, whether the kids are still asleep or they're in front of you playing, and maybe they're not quiet, maybe they're being loud, but you are enjoying the cup of coffee and just sitting and smiling and watching them play? Like, what is it that you're doing? Or maybe it is making sure you get up and you go and grab the leash and take your dog out for a walk. They will remind you, and they will make it your priority once they get used to it. But that is what you're focusing on. When I talk about a morning routine, you just need the thing that's most important to you, not necessarily what structure and what you need to stack on top of each other. It does not have to take you an hour for a morning routine. You can absolutely just choose what is the most important and go from there. If you have extra time that morning, absolutely build on it and have other things that you are wanting to do. But if you don't have time, just focus on that one little thing, because if it takes you 2 minutes to do that one little thing, then you've already done something for yourself that has only taken 2 minutes out of your day. And that is the way that you're going to be more consistent with a morning routine, because you're not focused on the perfection, or if you can't do a full routine, then you're not failing anything, and you don't have to feel like you can't do it because you don't have enough time. The whole point of building your ideal morning routine is to have a framework of, if you have the time that you would love to have in the mornings, this is what you can sit down and do. But if you don't have that much time in the morning, then take your priority piece out of it and just say, that is what I'm going to focus on this morning. I'm not going to skip it all together, but I'm going to just pare it down because I only have time for this particular part. And that is going to help you feel like you're still accomplishing something. You're still setting aside time for yourself to really focus on. And as you get used to doing this and being more consistent about doing this every day and doing something, even if it's little, you're going to build the consistency and you're going to crave that time in the morning. And you'll probably find that you'll be able to add one more thing. And then when you get really consistent about that, then you can add another thing. And that is how you're going to build the consistency over time to really make it a priority without getting overwhelmed or feeling like you're just not doing it right because you don't have time to do this full morning routine. It's okay. This is your permission to not focus on perfection, but to really just prioritize and figure out what is that one thing that is most important to do in the morning. Let that be like that staple item that you are focusing on in the morning for yourself, and then be really consistent with that and build from there. And on the days you have more time, have that structured morning routine already planned out so you can go into your morning without feeling like, oh, I have time, but now I don't know what to do. It's just your backup plan. It's your framework, but you can adjust and tweak as you need to. It's your morning routine. You get to do what you want with it. I'm just here to help encourage you and to motivate you to actually take the time for yourself, because if you don't, you will have days and weeks and months pass and realize that you are living your life for everybody else around you, and you need to take that time and make it a priority, because otherwise you won't. You'll just keep showing up to serve others, which is great. I am not saying that's a bad thing, but you also have to make sure that you're taking care of you, and in turn, you will be able to show up even better to take care of the ones you love. So don't focus on perfection. This is your permission to not be perfect and to just do something for you and focus on that priority. So have a good night's sleep tonight. Set out your clothes. Set out whatever it is you're wanting to work on in the morning, whether it's a journal or a Bible, or set up that coffee maker and wake up tomorrow and just focus on that one priority. Did you love that episode or learn something useful? If so, would you do me a huge favor? My goal is to grow this podcast and help as many women as I can break free from the overwhelm so they can truly enjoy their life. The best way for me to do this is for you to leave a 5-star written review on your podcast app and to share this episode with a friend or in your Instagram stories. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next episode. Take care.